Sometimes leaders feel like superheroes. There can be a remarkable confidence that willingly faces seemingly impossible problems and a nearly unshakable belief that somehow we'll figure it out in time. Of course, that's not always the case. Most leaders spend a fair bit of time facing our own fears and doubts, even if we rarely talk about it. Admitting weakness or sharing uncertainty feels like failure to us. If leaders are superheroes, insecurity is kryptonite. When I was first hired as a youth pastor at a church many years ago, I went through the interview with confidence that probably bordered on arrogance. For the first couple of years in the role, I made sure to play the part of leader with a self-assured tone that was meant to demonstrate that I was comfortable with my responsibilities, I knew what I was doing, and I was ready to be followed. Then, they nearly fired me. The truth was that much of what I was doing was hiding my insecurity and pretending to be what I thought a youth pastor was supposed to be. I tried to control as much as I possibly could and avoided anything that would expose my flaws and failures. As a result, I missed out on a lot of chances to learn, improve what we were doing, and build trust with that community. My attempt to be a superhero was crumbling around me, and I couldn't hide it anymore. Thankfully, my employers still saw potential in me, and instead of letting me go, they offered me guidance and support to try again and to do better. I gave up on performing like what I thought a leader in my role should be, and I stopped hiding behind a false image of confidence and competence. And I started being a lot more honest and getting a lot more input from others. To my surprise, things turned around. What people wanted from me wasn't invulnerable certainty, but sincerity and openness. Apparently, I was the only one who thought my insecurity was shameful, and probably the only one who saw myself as a superhero in the first place. In the comic books, Superman can be killed by being exposed to kryptonite, just like I thought exposing my secret doubt would kill my leadership. But I'm not a superhero, and neither are you. Insecurity is only deadly if we pretend it isn't real. I see two responses to insecurity in myself and in the many leaders I work with. The instinctive response is to hide it. We try to play the part of the totally confident leader, shut down vulnerability, push for more and more control, and eventually undermine the things we're capable of doing because we're determined to cover up our fears and inferiorities. The other response, the harder and rarer one, is to let insecurity drive us into collaboration and questions. Self-doubt can be the start of building a powerful team where we enhance one another and thrive on our varied strengths. Admitting our weaknesses, which are often quite obvious to others anyway, invites others to join us on mission and earns trust. The era of superhuman leaders is over. The demands of leadership today are so varied and constantly changing that no one can be excellent at everything all the time. Insecurity is just acknowledging reality. Our response to it can either serve us or sabotage us. Are you heroic enough to stop pretending to be from Krypton?